Hey, shalom brothers and sisters. I want to share this dream with you that the Lord gave me a while ago, and the reason why I want to share it now is because my dad passed away 2 months ago, and in this dream I was on an airplane and my family was with me, but my dad was not there. So I just feel I need to share this, and this is the dream. We were sitting on an airplane. My family was with me, my sisters, my mom, but my dad was not there. Sitting on an airplane, and the airplane was on the bridge. It was about to lift off from a bridge. That's very strange, but that's how it was in the dream. And so, as the plane was getting ready to lift off, I looked outside the window and I saw two suns, or at least as what I thought was sun behind the real sun. I don't know what it was, but it looked like two suns. And so I freaked out. I was like, what is this? And I started to warn people about it, and I was saying like, look at this, it's two suns, that's not normal. I was warning people, and nobody seemed to care. Only a few really looked outside the window and they thought like, wow, this is strange. But most of them, they didn't even care. They didn't even look outside the window. They just thought I'm crazy. And so as I warned them, the plane started to lift off. And as it lifted off, as it went higher and higher, all of a sudden the plane started to fall down. And it was falling down in a free fall, and I could see it from outside the plane. I could see the body of the plane. It had no wings and it was falling down. And as the plane was falling down, it was about to hit the bridge, but the bridge opened. And so very, very strange, but that's how it was. The bridge opened and the plane was falling further down, and it was just in a free fall. And at that moment I was back in the plane somehow, and I just knew I have to trust Jesus completely, 100% trust on the Lord Jesus Christ. And I was crying because I had no control. I was in a free fall, you know. I felt that feeling that you feel when you are in a free fall in my stomach, and I was like, Lord Jesus, I trust on you 100%. I trust in you 100%. And as I was praying that, as I was crying out to the Lord, the plane just hit the water. It hit the sea. So the plane fell into the sea and it started sinking. And as the plane was sinking, people were trying to escape the plane and go out of the plane, from out of the windows and the doors, whatever. And we somehow, me and my family, we somehow escaped the plane as well and started to swim. And there were people that were already dead. The bodies were floating all around. That was all underwater happening. The bodies were floating around, and all of a sudden this whirlwind came. It was so powerful. Whirlwind came and it just took me and my family, and it just started to drag us underwater, and I could breathe underwater, and I would see left and right through the whirlwind all these bodies and people drowning. But the whirlwind was just taking us underwater, and it took us to a shore, and then it just threw us on the shore there. And it was just a few people that were on the shore, just a few of survivors. It was me and my family, and there were some other people there. But as I looked on the sea, there were bodies everywhere. People were like dead everywhere, also floating, and also on the shore, like next to the shore, you know, as the sea just brought them on the shore, the bodies. And so we survived. This whirlwind just took us, put us on the shore, and bodies were everywhere. People were dead. And that was the end of the dream. I just woke up then, and I knew it was from the Lord. It was just too real. It was more like a vision in the night. It was not like a normal dream, and I just knew it was from God. I had about 5 dreams in my life that I knew were from the Lord. It's just so vivid, so real, and it puts this fear of the Lord in your heart as you wake up. This is how I experienced it, at least. And so I just felt the urge to share this with you, brothers and sisters, because like I said, my dad passed away 2 months ago, and by God's grace I got to witness to him, and somehow traveled to Slovenia also last year in December, right before he passed away, actually. Yeah, really by God's grace only, that for the first time since I was born again I got to see my dad in person. and I got to speak to him, read out of the Bible to him, explain the gospel to him, pray with him, pray for him, and only God knows where my dad is now. It's on the Lord. I know that the judge of all earth will do right no matter what, and I just trust on the Lord. And but that's why I wanted to share this with you, because in the dream I was with my family and my dad was not there, and so I just got reminded today by a brother about warning people, and I just got reminded of this dream. And in the morning I was reading about Joseph and his dream somehow by a coincidence, and so I think I should share this dream. So I pray that this helps somebody. Maybe somebody has an interpretation of the dream. Maybe it encourages somebody to go and witness, because many people will die and go to hell if they are not saved, brothers and sisters. So God bless you all. Shalom.